Good morning, this is Amara. Hope you guys enjoyed my show, my two shows I did yesterday. Are you home alone, Ivan? Yeah, I am. I'm home alone. The folks went on a 3-day vacation. They'll be back Wednesday. Wednesday, maybe afternoon or Wednesday night, I don't know. So I'm home alone today. And then tomorrow I work, so by the time I come back from work, they should be home. And today I'm going to fill my welfare paper. I'm going to go to the welfare office and apply for welfare. And I will qualify because I was already with them for 3 years, right? Yeah. I'm going to tell them, look, man, like, I still have a job. I plan on working there for another 2 more weeks. So I can work hopefully this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After that, I'm done. I'm going to tell the boss. I'm going to give my 2-week notice. But Dinties, I'm going to ask them if I can work once a week at Dinties because $800 a month is not enough. I need to make a little bit more money. Maybe my $1,200 a month. So they'll tell me, yeah, Ivan, you can work once a week at Dinties while you collect your 800. Because if you're gonna give me $800, you should let me work at least one shift at Dinties, right? Because 800 is not enough, obviously. Because right now I'm making way more money working than I am collecting welfare. Working, I make like my $1,600 to even $1,800 a month working. With welfare, I'm making way less, but I don't want to work right now. Obviously, I just want to work on my book, collect my checks, and also work out too. Obviously, I want to go back to working out. Obviously, I don't want to work. Well, I don't mind working, but I don't want to work full time. I just want to work maybe once a week at Dinties, collect my check, and then just work out, go swimming, and then collect my checks, and then write my finish up my volume. Finish up my volume 3, obviously. And I might write their unique. Yeah. I made coffee in a good sec. I'm gonna go get my coffee, guys. Don't hate me, yeah. My stepmother wanted me to water the tomatoes in the garden in the front, so I just watered the tomatoes in the morning right when I woke up. I just woke up. Yeah. You woke up at 9? Yeah, I woke up at 9. I went to bed at like 1:30 yesterday. Yeah, I watched, after I watched my show, I watched that movie, The Princess and the Frog. You guys know that movie on Disney Plus? Disney movie? Yeah, that's a pretty good movie, man. The Princess and the Frog. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure VJ saw that movie. Yeah, I saw that movie, The Princess and the Frog. Yeah. You remember that voodoo guy? You know what I'm saying? That voodoo guy who offers people deals on stuff. Yeah, I think some of that for the gatekeepers. Yeah, it looks like a scary family member, man. The families are acting, man. That's not who they really are. They're the gatekeepers, obviously. That's why it looks something scary for having a marriage. But I'm gonna be brave and bold, man. I'm not selling the fucking gatekeepers. I'm not gonna have you do it, man. No way. Yeah. When you be tempted to sell, no, but I'll be tempted to run off, obviously. Because once I actually know they're not playing around, either you bow to us or you suffer the consequences, there's a part of me that obviously doesn't want to die, obviously. Hence, I'm tempted to I just take my money and run. But they're not even going to give me the running option because they know I will never leave VG, obviously. They're going to give me the 2 options, obviously. Yo, Ivan, if you sell to us, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna put you in Hollywood and you get to be with VJ and I'm like, guys, man, you think I'm stupid? Victoria Justice is fucking trash, man. I'm not gonna sell and get a fucking garbage trash Victoria Justice, man. You think I'm stupid, man? I know you're envious, you want to destroy my life. I'm not selling out and getting a fucking garbage trash Victoria Justice, man. You're gonna dupe me, man. You think I'm stupid? I don't want to share with the world, man. I just want to be in a regular relationship like you guys, man. I don't feel like fucking people every day. You guys are fucking great people. Yeah. Yeah. And will the world be listening in? Yeah, they will. Once the time has come and the gatekeepers sit me upstairs, Ivy come upstairs. I don't know the time has come when I see like all members of my family, even other people who I don't even know, obviously. Because even though me and Vijay's family are the gatekeepers, there's gatekeepers who run territories around under them, obviously. There's gatekeepers who are under the step families. They're the big boss, but there's bosses under them, obviously, right? Yeah. And I'm fucking on my own. My God, the time has come. And at first they're gonna be nice, and eventually their true nature will come out because they know, yeah, we can't act anymore and hide our wealth and all that stuff. Like, we know Ivan's the son of God. We know he has the keys. We know he's powerful. He wrote that masterpiece. That brand's gonna be huge. Like, fuck, man. Like, I don't want him being with Victoria Justice. I'm fucking envious, yeah, and their true nature comes out, obviously. Yeah. And Vijay will be listening in, obviously. He's listening in. The whole world will be listening in. I have the keys. You guys will know, right? You guys are all listening in to the conversation. I wonder what Ivan, John Boyega and Yvonne Gillian, all of them are listening in. Holy shit, man. What choice will Ivan make? All the hard actors are listening in. Yeah, what choice? Will Ivan chicken out or will he not bow to the gatekeepers? I'm brave. I don't bow to them, man. I'm not going to have you fucking do that, man. No way. I'm not selling you out and sharing with a garbage wife. No fucking way. Have you steal my money and show my brand? Yeah. Why the fuck would I sell to your crazy Hollywood system when with the 20 bucks I make on my book, I can easily start Sky's Entertainment better than Hollywood. And I can fund my movies way more money and I get the chosen hard actors out of the houses and pay them more. Why the fuck would I be in houses when I can control my money for my movies, merch, and game and make way more money than what you are to pay me in Hollywood? Yeah, you're gonna dupe me, man. I'm stupid. You're gonna rob my money. Rob me of my money because you're envious and you're a greedy psychopath. Yeah. You think I'm really gonna let you take my billions when you make your hundreds of trillions around the world? All those insane hundreds of trillions that you make goes to you. Hundreds of trillions, man. Like, that's mind blowing. That's insane, man. I don't know, the 400, like $60 trillion made around the world, the gatekeepers take a cut of that. I don't know, they're 50, 60, $80 trillion. So imagine the gatekeepers taking maybe 80 trillion of that money every year, man. $80 trillion of the money made around the world, man. That's a lot of fucking money, man. 80 trillion, 70 trillion. That's a lot of money, man. Yeah. $80 trillion. That's why Victoria Justice will be shocked by her family's wealth, and I'll be shocked too. Because Serena and Madison are gonna finally reveal their true nature to VJ. Yeah, VJ, we're the gatekeepers. You're the gatekeepers. Yeah, we own the Hollywood system, VJ. You own the whole fucking system. Yeah, we own it all, VJ. Everything in the world we own. We control the money in the world. So you're this rich and you have me work these shitty jobs in Hollywood, and you made me pay the bills in the house, obviously. Yes. Yeah. VJ will figure everything out. That's why she's running me once I pay the fee, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. That's why God gave me the keys. That way I can have my own money, and I don't need the gatekeepers to open the door for me. I can open it myself. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the keys. That way you can open your door yourself. You don't have to sell the gatekeepers, so you can make your billions. Obviously, your tens of billions. Yeah. So they're greedy psychopaths. Yeah, like they see me as making out on my 20, 25, 28 billion off my book as stealing from them when they make their tens of trillions every year. Like, you gotta be a greedy pig, a really, really greedy pig to make a big deal out of that. Yeah, Ivan, like, if you make your 100 billion off your Xanus movie, you're stealing from us, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, I'm stealing from you. You're still making around your 50, 60, 70, 80 trillion, 40 trillion every year. And 100 billion, 80 billion compared to 40, 50, 60 trillion, whatever it is you make, is fucking peanuts, and you're making a big deal out of that because you're a fucking greedy psychopath, man. And that's why you're not touching my money, man. Those billions are me, it's not for you. You're just a greedy pig, man. I'm not gonna have you do that and steal my money, man. Yeah. Yo, Ivan's not touching a dime of my trillions. But like we deserve to take his money. Like, yeah, you're fucking selfish, man. Yeah. Zero, you're not touching me with your money. It's my money, not yours. Don't hate him, son. Yeah. I'm not gonna let you take my money after what you put into my life, man. No fucking way, man. Because once I found the gatekeepers, I'm not gonna have that flashback of my life of me living in that shitty apartment in Montreal. I thought my family was poor, man, because I grew up we lived in a shitty like ghetto apartment in Montreal. Obviously. And then in 2000 we moved to Hull. We lived in a nicer apartment. Then finally we moved into this house. This is a pretty nice house for a middle class family. For someone who's a gatekeeper, this is a piece of shit. Obviously. It's finally gonna hit me all the times when my whole life me working my ass off making minimum wage while you're making all those trillions, and also the mess and everything, and me losing my wife and everything, and the gatekeepers giving me my mental ills obviously, and knocking me out. There's no way, and yelling at me throughout my life, throwing me in the hospital when I cried those tears. When they threw me in the hospital, I'm not gonna have you do it, man. No way. I'm sorry. This money, and I find out you're the gatekeepers means you hid your wealth from me for almost 40 years. And you think I'm gonna let you take my money? You're fucking crazy, man. You're not touching a dime of money, man. That money's mine. No fucking way. Yeah. So be brave and bold. Yeah, I will. They tell me, Ivan, you bow to us and all that. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not bowing to you. I'm not selling out to your wicked fucking Hollywood system, man. No fucking way. I don't want to be in Hollywood, man. No way. You do VG, you're gonna do it too. You think I'm stupid? I'm not an idiot. There's a reason why VG cries, man, because she knows she got duped by the Gates, man. That's why she's crying desperately for me to get her out of Hollywood, because she knows she got duped by the Gates. The gatekeepers are never gonna let her be successful. That's why she's desperate and she cries every tears to me, because she's a crazy woman toward justice. I'm sorry. Last night I told her to shut up, man, because she's fucking annoying. Yeah. They're crying whenever it's up. Yeah, as long as VJ's separate from me and she sees hell, and she knows that she's in the Hollywood system, a sellout, and having a shitty career, she's gonna keep crying to me. It won't stop. Yeah, man. Because she's desperate, man. It's too late for Victoria Justice. She's sold out, and the Gates are never gonna let her be successful. Obviously, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah. She has the keys to the kingdom, VJ. And she's worth $12 million. And yeah, she figured out, yeah, I got duped. Yeah, VJ, you got duped bad. your keys are 100% useless, man. And so when she promotes her movies and her television shows and everything, yeah. You think Victoria Justice knew the doors were locked in, or she's not stupid. She probably knew eventually something fishy was going on, because VJ knew she had the keys to the kingdom. And I remember when she was promoting Now When He Has No Kisses in her Instagram live video, she looked a bit frustrated in the video. I think she knew, but something fishy was going on. Yeah, like, I have the keys and my movies are flopping, they're not making any money. She promotes Now When He Has No Kisses on her YouTube channel, but she gets maybe 1 million views, 500,000 views, when the whole world watches VJ's videos too. But because she's under the gatekeepers, yeah, do not let VJ make her money. And yeah, the Hollywood executives have to listen to them. They're the boss, right? The gatekeepers in Hollywood, they lock doors on VJ. That's why nobody talks about VJ in Hollywood. Knows how John Cappy, Robin and all nobody in Hollywood talks about VJ's career, right? Because the doors are locked on her. Yeah, she has a shitty career. That's why she cries to me all night long, because she knows I'm the one who can get her out, obviously. You know, even though Ivan's poor and everything, he has the keys, and he wrote his fucking amazing book, obviously. That's billions for him. I want him to get me out of Hollywood. I want a piece of his billions off his book. Yeah, she's fucking crazy. Yeah. I want to travel him. I want to go shopping. I want to feature him. Yeah, she's crazy. I want to sign a Magno Amazon with him. Build that one with her house. And yeah, she's crazy between Justice. She got 2 for the gates. Victoria Justice is a crazy woman. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get my coffee. My coffee's ready. They bought cream too, so I'm gonna get my cream. Yeah. I told you guys, from now on, I'm going to cut my video into parts. That way my videos get uploaded faster. Because if I make one 1 hour, 50-minute video, it can take a long time to upload. But if you make smaller segment videos, then it won't take as long to upload, obviously. Yeah. I mean, seriously, man, why do you want to go back to welfare? Because I want to spend more time working on my book. My book is more important than me making money, right? Yes, I make more money working, but me working is hindering my progress with my book, obviously. Because when I work, I'm very tired and fatigued. And a lot of days I don't feel like working on my book. At the same time, I also don't feel like working out. I'm 259, 258 now. Obviously, how are you losing all that weight when you're eating junk food? Because Cocoa Fruity is so much work. That's how I lose weight, man. Last Sunday, I was sweating balls working at Cocoa Fruity. I don't like working at Cocoa Fruity. It's too much work, man. I don't like working weekends there. Saturdays alone, man. Yeah, I don't like working Saturdays there. That's why I'm going to film my welfare sheet. After I make this video, I'm going to film my sheet. I'm going to take it to the office. And I will qualify, obviously, and I'm gonna tell the Cocoa Fruity boss, okay, I can work for you for 2 weeks, but after that, I'm done. He's like, well, Ivan, yeah, I'm going back to welfare. He's like, you're going back to welfare, Ivan? You make less money doing welfare. I know, but I have other more important things in my life I wanna focus on. And he knows it's my book, obviously. So my book is the ticket for me becoming king. And I most likely will write their unique too. Buy my laptop, write their unique, obviously. I also want to work out and lose the weight. As this paycheck, I'm going to get a membership at the pool place. And I'm vlogging with Tony too, obviously. So, Sarah? Will you get drunk at the bar with Tony? No, I'll probably get maybe a little bit drunk, but not like very drunk. I might have maybe 6 beers. Because the bar is expensive. It's like $5 for a beer. And I'll have maybe 2 shots or something like that of liquor. Yeah. It'll be a long vlog, Ivan. It'll be maybe a 2-hour vlog, 1 hour, 50-minute vlog. I'm not going to be at the bar for like 4 hours. I'll be there for maybe an hour and a half, hour and 50 minutes. So the video's done, obviously. But I have to cut it into segments. That way the video doesn't take forever to upload. Obviously. 30-40 minute segments. That way it doesn't take long to upload, obviously, right? And you're looking at an amazing video for that too. Better than my last video, right? Because this camera quality is better. And my phone can go for longer, right? Yeah. Alright, that was a sick video about James Gunn Superman and the fall of the MCU, I know. The fall of Kevin Feige's MCU. The story behind it, right? Yeah. So when people say Kevin Feige is responsible for the MCU, like, ultimately he is, but like there's more to the story, right? For the first 3 phases, Kevin Feige had people keeping him in check. He had people in the Marvel space who he consulted with, who kept him in check. And that's when Marvel was in its glory days. And all of a sudden, when he fires those guys, because he let his ego get to him, that's when Marvel goes downhill in phase 4 and phase 5. So it's a bit debatable, right? That's all I'm gonna say. I don't hate Kevin Feige, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some sign, because I believe when Quantumania flopped, that's when Kevin Feige, he panicked and he got desperate. That's why I think what happened behind the scenes, he panicked, you know what I'm saying, and he got desperate, and that's why he brought back all the same guys from his recent phase. Yeah. I guarantee you told Robert Andrew, yeah, Robert, man, I need your help, man. I need you to come back and play Doctor Doom to help build buzz for this thing, and he brought back the Russo brothers. You think it's a coincidence that he brought back the same guys who worked on Avengers 3 and 4? Yeah. Because initially it was supposed to be, I believe, the writer for Quantumania was supposed to write Kang Dynasty, but because Kang Dynasty was horrible, it was a terrible movie. Because Quantumania was a terrible movie, obviously, it didn't work and it flopped. That's when I think Kevin Feige panicked and he had to make changes, obviously, because his movies kept flopping after flopping after flopping, flop after flop after flop, man. His movies, and I think he panicked and he got desperate. I'm saying, yeah, he panicked, yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I think he did panic. It's common sense. He obviously panicked, man, because all his movies were flopping in phases 4 and 5, right? And Quantumania was supposed to be like Disney's big movie leading into Kang Dynasty, and it didn't work out. It flopped, and that's why they had to change the whole story. Okay, get rid of the Kang story. It didn't work in Quantumania. Let's have Doctor Doom be in Avengers 5, obviously. And he brought back the Russo brothers who worked on Avengers 3 and 4, and he brought back the same writers who worked on Avengers 3 and 4. I think that shows Kevin Feige was desperate, and he panicked, obviously. He had a panic, obviously, right? Yeah, he panicked. Because he was stretched too thin, he was stressed out, a lot of his shows were flopping, and his movies were flopping. I think he panicked, obviously, Kevin Feige. He had a panic, obviously. Panicked, yeah. I'll hate him saying, yeah. Panicked. Kevin Feige. Panicked, yeah. Yeah. Give me a second, I was going to go upstairs and get my coffee. We'll be back in a sec. See what we want to upload. Hope you guys enjoy this show. Back. Well, upstairs to get my coffee. They also bought cream, so my coffee won't taste like shit, right? It'll taste amazing. That is good coffee. I brewed fresh coffee and I put cream on it. It's so good. Coffee with cream is amazing. Flavored cream, yeah. Regular cream is good too, but flavored cream is amazing too, obviously, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, Kevin Feige is ultimately responsible for the MCU. He is ultimately, but it's also debatable, right? Yeah, because there's more to the story. In the first 3 phases, Kevin Feige had people in the Marvel space, so I'm gonna say, who kept him in check and who consulted with him, and then he got cocky and he wanted Bob Iger to get rid of all those guys. And then once he was alone, that's when the MCU went downhill. So it's debatable, right? You have that debate. Obviously, I'm not taking anything away from Kevin Feige. I'm just saying like you need to see both sides of the story, right? That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil the story for you, obviously. Go watch Midnight Edge to get the history. I didn't know when I watched Midnight Edge. I'm like, holy shit, that's really what happened. Yeah, Kevin Feige had people keep him in check for the first 3 phases, and when he did have people keep him in check for the first 3 phases, that's when Marvel was in his glory days. And then once he got rid of those guys and he was alone, the one-man show, that's when Marvel went downhill. So it's like, you have to kind of see both sides of the story, right? Yeah. Don't hate me, Kevin Feige, yeah. I think he is in an overall ultimate sense. He is responsible for the success of the MCU, but there's more to the story. It's not just Kevin Feige. There's other guys who are also responsible too. That's what people don't tell you, right? Yeah. Like you have that debate with remember in the NFL with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, right? Everyone had that debate. Who's really responsible for the success of the Patriots? Is it Bill Belichick or is it Tom Brady? Obviously. And then once Tom Brady leaves, the Patriots are now not doing too good. And that's how you know Tom Brady was obviously responsible for the success of the Patriots. And Tom Brady, he goes to another team and he also wins another Super Bowl. And that's how you know Tom Brady is obviously the one responsible for the success of the Patriots, not Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick probably had a little part to play, but it was really all about Tom Brady. You kind of get that similar example there, right? Once Tom Brady leaves, the Patriots are no longer doing too good, right? And Bill Belichick's Patriots were doing terrible, and he ends up hanging up the cleats. Bill Belichick, yeah. And Tom Brady, he goes to the Buccaneers and he wins them a Super Bowl too. And that's how you know Tom Brady was ultimately responsible for the success of the New England Patriots in the NFL, right? You kind of get that similar example there with Kevin Feige. I'm not taking anything away from Kevin Feige. I'm just saying you guys need to see all sides of the story. That's what people don't tell you about what happened behind the scenes with Marvel, right? Yeah. Don't hate me, Kevin Feige. I'm saying, yeah. Just saying, right? Yeah. I'm gonna shut this camera for 40 minutes, guys. I don't want the video taking forever to upload. Yeah. 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 But for Xanus, I can say I am 100% responsible for the success of Xanus because I had no help writing the book. When I say I had no help, I wrote everything on my own, right? With no help. As most aspiring authors, they have developmental editors work on their book, polishing up their story as well, right? And it's not 100% their story. It's their story, but it's not 100% their story. They had help with their book, obviously. It was me, I had no help with my story. I wrote that all on my own. Yeah, my younger brother added my book. He changed a few little dialogues here and there, but not that much, right? Like, it's all me. Obviously. But there's a few things that he added I don't like. I'm gonna make a few changes, obviously. Yeah. Like in that scene when Takis had that argument about Lithia, obviously. Remember when Papari's like, yeah, I manned up and I talked to her. Obviously, I did not write that. My younger stepbrother made that change. I had something different, which I think is better, but he changed it. I'm gonna rechange it. I don't like that. I manned up and I did it. That sounds a bit weird for fantasy. Well, I'm gonna change that. Yeah. Yeah. How many changes did your younger stepbrother make to your dialogue? very little. He changed maybe a good, maybe, I don't know, 30, 35, 40 sentences, minor changes in my book, and that's it. Obviously. But he didn't change my story. The whole story, everything is on me. Obviously. I'm not lying, guys, man. I wrote everything for Xanus on my own with no help from Sarah. And it's a fucking masterpiece. I'm gifted, obviously. I have the gift. Yeah. Like Midnight Edge, they don't believe Kevin Feige is ultimately responsible for the MCU success. They believe he has a part to play, but they don't believe he's ultimately responsible because in phases 1, 2, and 3, he had people who kept him in check, obviously, who he consulted with. And that's when the MCU was in its glory days. And all of a sudden, when Kevin Feige gets rid of them, that's when the MCU falls to shreds for phases 4 and 5. And that's why I do believe Kevin Feige, no offense, I don't mean to be rude. I'm not saying this happened wonders behind the scenes, I don't know. But I think he panicked and he was desperate, he needed help, man. Because his Quantumania flopped. And Quantumania, Disney was expecting to be a huge hit, man. Maybe an $800 million hit. And the movie made, I think, like $400. I heard it was a terrible movie. It was a terrible movie, man. It wasn't good. And that writer, I believe, who wrote Quantumania was supposed to write Kang Dynasty. And Kevin Feige, okay, he panicked, okay, man, like, we can't, the Kang thing didn't work, the movie flopped, we have to make changes. And then he brought back Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, even though he killed him off in the Avengers movies, obviously. And he brought back the same guys from Avengers 3 and 4. That's I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I think that's a sign of desperation, right? Bringing in the exact same guys from your previous Avengers movies and the same writers, I think that shows desperation and his need of help, obviously. I think Kevin Feige panicked. Don't hate him, yeah, I think he panicked, obviously. Behind the scenes, he panicked, obviously. Yeah. So Kevin Feige knew, yeah, because Quantumania flopped, okay, because Quantumania flopped and Kang didn't resonate with the audience, I'm scared Avengers 5 might flop. And Avengers 5 flops, that's not good. That's why he had to make the change, man. And I think he panicked and he brought back all the same guys. Yeah, he got desperate and panicked, Kevin Feige. Don't hate him, and yeah, he panicked. That's what I think happened behind the scenes, obviously. I don't know what happened, but I think he panicked behind the scenes, Kevin Feige. Right? I don't know. I think that's what happened. Kevin Feige panicked, obviously, right? Yeah. He panicked. Kevin Feige, right? He panicked, yeah. Did you ever panic when you wrote Xanus? No. I wrote Xanus, I never panicked. I had writer's block in a few chapters, but I never panicked, obviously. Yeah. Because there are some writers who panic when they write. They write chapters, obviously, and they don't know what to write, obviously, and they can have a panic attack. And they can be very depressed and stressed out. But like me, when I write, I'm a very relaxed, calm writer. Even if I have writer's block, okay, Ivan, even if you have writer's block, just keep thinking and you'll eventually come up with a good story. Yeah, because I had writer's block for the chapter I'm working on right now. What was Cyrus to Cyrus No More? Sorry, Secret Castle Surprising Rival. I had writer's block in that chapter. When I wrote it a little bit. I also had writer's block in the Landing Chaos chapter. A little bit. The one you guys read. They shall not pass these sacred walls. Shall I put it in writing, Your Majesty? Put it in writing. Yeah, that chapter I had writer's block. And that's arguably my worst chapter, volume 2. 'Cause Because that's the chapter I had a little bit of writer's block. But when you guys read that, was it so entertaining? Like, that's fucking entertaining. That's amazing. Yeah. Should I put it in writing, Your Majesty? Put it in writing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's an interesting chapter too when you read it. Not as interesting as the other ones, but it's interesting. That's the politics chapter, right? Volume 2. That's all politics, that chapter. Yeah. What's the politics about? The only thing you guys know is the missing prince secret, obviously. Yeah. All I'm gonna say, in 22 years later, when Tactius and his 50 men and Tacitonians are about to leave the walls, obviously, Tactius tells Baramis to keep the missing prince a secret. And then Queen Sarah told the people of the citizens of Xanus that Tactius is sick of a fever in his chambers. He's resting in his chambers, obviously, but it's a lie. Tactius is missing. And because Tactius is loved by the people of Xanus, they want to see the prince. And as you guys read in that scene, I want to see the queen. You know what I'm saying? Where's Prince Tactius? Yeah. That's a beautiful idea, yeah. Obviously, so even though I had writer's block in that chapter, I still, because I'm a creative genius, I still found a way to come up with an amazing story, right? And there's also more to the politics. I won't spoil the story for you with Queen Sarah and Lithius. I won't spoil the story for you. You also have a hostile crowd scene in that chapter too. And there's something that happens with Queen Sarah and Lithius. I won't spoil the story for you, obviously. You have the missing prince thing, but there's also more of the politics, but I don't want to tell you anymore. I won't spoil the story for you, obviously. Yeah. Some sign. Why did Queen Sarah have to keep the missing prince thing secret? Because if the people find out that Tactius is missing, they can be chaos in Xanus, obviously. And they can lose their trust in the queen. I don't want to spoil the story for you. Because Tactius is loved dearly by the people of Xanus, man. He's a prince of Xanus. They find out he's missing, it can cause chaos in Xanus. Because Tactius is beloved, the people care about Tactius. Tactius is beloved by the people of Xanus, obviously. And that's why I wrote a master's, and that's arguably my worst chapter in volume 2. And that's the one chapter I had writer's block, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. No, the worst chapter is the captured one, right? Land and Chaos is better than Capture. Well, some people might like the Capture chapter better. When Eretha interrogates him, that's pretty sick, Ivan. Yeah, I remember the scene I showed you. So this must be Galathia, the Great Forest. Yes, must be. And the Horde Valleys near. I can feel its darkness already emanating. You know, I'm now sick. I don't want to look sick, man. Yeah. Hey, what are you two talking about over there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were just saying how nice you were for giving us some water. Do not lie to me. I'm now sick, I know. Imagine applying it onto the screen, right? John Megas, you want to see they're captured. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Cassius like, don't worry about it, Tass. I'm gonna get you out of this. He's like, how? He's like, you can't fight them all, Cassius. He's like, I know, but I'll think of something. I was like, I'm now sick, I know. They talk about Tactius, yeah. Obviously. They seek information from us. Think about it. Well, why do you think me and you, Cassius, Tacitus are alive? They think we know where he is, yeah. Obviously. Yeah. But I like the Capture chapter more than Land in Chaos. I like it more. Obviously. I just do, I don't know. But the Capture chapter is a very short chapter. It's not that long. Yeah, that's an interesting chapter too. That's arguably the worst one. I think most fans are going to think either Land in Chaos is the worst or the Capture chapter is the worst. It just depends on how the art hits you, obviously. If you're more into like Eretad and interrogating them and everything and all that stuff, you'll like, and the battle scenes, you have a battle scene in that chapter, you'll like that chapter better. If you're more into the politics, you'll like Land in Chaos better, obviously. But I think most fans probably will think the Capture chapter is the worst one and Land in Chaos is better, obviously, right? Aladdin Chaos, more things happen. You have more characters in it. I'm saying. Aladdin Chaos, you get what's going on in Xanus with Queen Sarah, Baramis, and Lithius, with the tactic situation and everything. The politics. And you also have what's going on in Barak, obviously. Hence why it just depends on the art hits you, obviously. Yeah. Shut my camera, guys. You guys will see me in part 2.